Hey VC, Jeff, JG Yokohama, JG Tokyo 2020. I thought today I'd just do a really quick one. I'm going to cover some Japanese singer-songwriters. So this one's definitely not for everybody, but thought it'd be just worth a quick video here. I'm by no means an expert. Just started collecting this stuff maybe in the last year or so and starting to look into it. So yeah, take everything I say with a grain of salt, but I just thought I'd go over some artists I like and some stuff I found in the last 6 months or so. I'm going to be putting these in a link below. There's a little playlist so you can find them. So they're going to have a lot of Japanese characters, so you might have a little difficulty. You might have to run it through Google Translate or something to figure it out. So these generally, a lot of them are not so expensive in Japan, unless I say otherwise. You can get them relatively inexpensive here. They're a lot of them are kind of bargain bin kind of stuff, and but outside of Japan, I think they go for a bit more money. Like maybe a lot of these are in the like $15 range or so. Not so bad though. Okay, first person I'm going to talk about is Hako Yamazaki. Last name is Hamasaki or Yamazaki, sorry. So this is her debut album, Tobimas, which means fly. That's her last name here is Yamasaki Hako. So this is her first album. This is the second pressing. So her most of her albums in the 70s are on this Aardvark label. Initially, the first couple albums were on a different label, but it went bankrupt really quickly. So they were all reissued right away on the other label. So the first label, I forget the name, Elec or something. But anyway, those are they're worth more money, but yeah, from what I understand, the pressings are pretty much identical. Different cover art though. And yeah, they go for twice as much money for whatever reason. Like, okay, this is more collectible, I guess. So yeah, so this is her first album. It's really hard to describe her work, but she's one of my favorite kind of like she's kind of a little folky, little jazzy. She's all yeah, but she was active from the mid 70s, about 75, 76 to like she's still out there today. From what I understand, she's kind of like falls in the kind of Patti Smith kind of quality, Patti Smith kind of thing, where it's like yeah, she's just not doing too well financially, so she's like constantly doing coffee shops and that sort of thing. Um, anyway, so yeah, I'm not sure if she's as into the music as she used to be, but there she is. But yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous music. Even if you can't understand the lyrics. So yeah, so these of course Japanese, and with a booklet with all the lyrics, photos, whatnot. And now let me show you. This is my favorite or second favorite. I really like. So her first two albums are generally considered to be her best, and I really like her fifth album as well. This has her biggest hit on it. Yes. So there it is. Yeah, Obi. And this one does have an insert. Okay. Yeah, there she is again. This one's late 70s, I believe. So this is her fifth album. Okay, next artist I want to talk about. I think I showed this my first video. I'm just gonna put these over here. So this is Yoshiko Sai. I'm not gonna show this one too long because there's a bit of nudity. So it has this kind of metallic and matte finish here. This is one of my favorite album covers. It's gorgeous. She actually did the artwork herself. So her first name's Yoshiko. Sai, S-A-I, is her last name. Here, I'll show you the insert, actually. I think it has her name on it. So these are on the black label, Japanese one. Should have shown the hardback ones, but yeah, so it comes with a little insert. Yeah, there you go. Yoshiko Sai, it's probably backwards for you or something. But she's a singer-songwriter, poet, artist. She publishes a lot of poetry books, is my understanding. And So again, she's active from the mid 70s. So 70s is that golden era here. So a lot of stuff going on in the jazz scene, folk scene, and she was yeah, so mid 70s up until the 2000s, but it was like a little kind of dry spell in the middle where she was focusing on her artwork and her poetry. So again, it has a little bit of a jazzy thing going, but you can hear a lot of like traditional Japanese enka going on. ENKA. It's a You can look in YouTube. There's tons of that. I think I put some in the playlist too. But yeah, so some traditional instrumentation, very unique. So that one does go for a bit more money. I think it's a bit smaller pressing, and yeah, all her albums are pretty hard to find. I was extremely happy to find that one. It was kind of in a rat's nest. I think I paid about $40 for that one. That's the only one I'm showing that was worth any money. So yeah, her album's freaking yeah, gorgeous artwork. Just worth it for the artwork alone. But yeah, they're quite hard to find. Next one, I'm gonna show Nobuyasu Bayashi. That's a mouthful. So here, that's his last name there. Okay. So it says his world. This is a comp. This was kind of a blind buy because like, look at that awesome artwork. So he was known as the god of folk here, active from late 60s and the entire 70s. Yeah, yep, here it is. So just like I said, in English, the world of Nobu. I can't move this. I want to break this old glue here. Yep, there you go. There's his name. Nobuyasu Okabayashi. Okabayashi is his last name. Remember in Japan they usually flip the family names and the first names in Japanese, and then in English they flip them back. So first name, last name. So it comes with a nice booklet. So yeah, he's protest songs. Yeah, kind of cool stuff. I put one of his early '70s albums in the playlist there. You can check out. His stuff's pretty cool. I was pretty happy with that one. That was a total blind buy, and I was able to play it at the store, and I was like, oh, this is pretty good. So the rest of the stuff is just like dollar bin finds. This is pretty common stuff here in Japan. In outside Japan, I think you'll pay like $5, but here it's like basically dollar bin. But some of these guys they were pretty popular at the time, so you can find them quite easily here. Yeah, you can see it. So it even has like a price tag still on it. Buck. This is Akira Inaba, Inaba. That's his last name. Yeah, Akira. You know how to spell that. So he's known for ballads, enka, which again that kind of traditional Japanese singing. So Blind By, it's kind of cool. Yeah, I just thought, yeah, these guys look kind of cool looking. So yeah, they always have these like really deluxe inserts you can kind of play along here, I guess if you wanted to. But yeah, known for kind of more the ballad style. He's active from the mid 70s again into the 80s. Yeah, so I'm not a huge fan of his stuff, but it's kind of interesting. If you find it on the cheap, it's worth picking up. This guy, he's quite big. Takuro Yoshida, Yoshida being his last name, Yoshida. He usually spells it phonetically, not using the Chinese characters. So this again, Blind By. So that was kind of a cool looking album. So he was active from the early 70s up until the present. He's quite popular here. Yeah, so this is on the Odyssey label. That matters. But yeah, he's a singer-songwriter again. All these singer-songwriters. So yeah, his early '70s stuff, I guess, is where you want to be at. Still very popular. Kind of like almost like a John Lennon figure here. He's quite huge. Okay, here's another dollar bin find here. Just wanted to pick up some more traditional music while I was here. This is Yoniwaka Suzuki. And yeah, got a deer in the It's a terrible picture. Got a deer in the headlights. So this is him singing what a kind of a traditional narrative singing called Ro Kyuko. I'm probably messing that up. Ro Kyoko. Kyo, Real Ro Kyoku. There you go. Real Koku. So I'll put this in the links. Yeah, this is not something I'll listen to that much, but again, it was like $1 bin. Yeah, these go for a bit more money outside of Japan, but in Japan, like this is the polka equivalent in Japan. Like in the States, everywhere has polka. Everywhere has this kind of music in Japan. So we just bring some home to kind of play around with. Here, let me just show you the. Yeah. So Taishoku Records. Taishoku, some kind of related to that narrative style, I think. Okay, and let's just show this one. This is like more of a comp of kind of again traditional Japanese stuff, like an enka. I guess that's the front. So again, this $1 bin fine, but they go for a bit more money outside of Japan. All these like the records are actually probably VG plus ish, maybe give or take. Yeah. So again, very traditional kind of Japanese stuff. I guess there's a lot of nostalgia going on in the 70s when all these are pressed. But yeah, it's kind of a neat album. But yeah, I probably wouldn't pay that much for it, $5 or less. But yeah, I've seen these go for a few more bucks outside of Japan. But yeah, here quite common. Anyway, I'm probably gonna do another quick video if I can today. Just show some Japanese pressings. I know that's good. You guys want to see. So, and then I'm probably gonna call it quits for a while because the wife and kids are gonna be back soon, and not gonna be able to get any videos done for a while. So, yep. See you, VC.